they gave me a copyright claim because I used the Dodos soundtrack. Mashups are fine. You guys are really like losing out on a lot of great content because you don't allow people to. The intellectual property idea is just so philistine, and the founding fathers were all racist fucking serial killers anyway. So I don't feel like I need to care what they say. That's like letting grandpa in past his boundaries, you know what I mean? Yeah. I live my life free now. Hey, pay me to tattoo you. People like that? Give me money. Give me money. I'll get a real tattoo gun. I'm gonna be really good at it. It's like a calling. Maybe this is my calling. Maybe like when I start tattooing it'll be the most fun I ever have and it'll be like my new life, right? That's gonna be cool. I've wanted more social life. Where should I start? I would start it in LA. I gotta get some money though. I gotta get someone to hook it up. I don't want to take a loan. I want someone to gift me money, and then I want to feel like we're paying them later, but never really doing it. Maybe maybe I will if I make bank. But like tattooing is moment by moment work, right? Like it may be like I make it sound like there's a spirit, but really I gotta pay attention. What happened is like the skill I learned in video games of looking everywhere at once. Like it just became like I did have to learn how to do that because you have to scan a field, and if you don't scan a field, anything can get you. You can't just pay attention to where you're looking. You're gonna yeah. I played games early enough that I got supremely paranoid early. I check around every corner. If I know the right way to go, I'm going to try the other way. You know what I mean? And so, what I also found is that there is a co-similarity between space and geometry. Emptiness is the source of everything. So, to draw like I draw would technically be a completely effortless act, as I am showing. This isn't AI. This is my art. This looks like this to me. It looks better to me because it's like, here's about where my head is. It's about like right here, right? Like this could get, yeah, anyway. I've learned not to criticize it. I have like 1 second of appreciating it and then I'll see something else that needs doing. Or space. Yeah. Thanks for appreciating my gift. It was a surprise. I found it in the middle of my life. I had a very dramatic life before it. And I'm hoping to like spend my time creating art. Like this will look good too, even like partially covered. It'll blend and yeah. I'm sure an AI algorithm could figure out how to do what I do. You could have AI. I mean, I would do that. That'd be cool. In my studio, it's gonna be like a castle or something. It's gonna be really neat. Or you gotta find me, and I'll just. But I want to have like a lush plush town. You know what I mean? Like people who are cool with all sitting together, and people who like. That's how Dennis was. Dennis drew like this, and he would have like people would come in clients, and they would just lay there all day, literally just like absorbing conversation, and he would all the time pick up his tattoo gun and go to do it, and then he would drop back and talk. I remember I told him I didn't believe in God. But I was like, "You are God." I was like, I'd never known anybody like that, and he said, "Oh, you'll be good at this." He gave me the gift, and it was like 10, 20 years later, I was trying to draw, and it just clicked, and yeah. But yeah, I do believe that I think some human in our past probably to entertain others developed this, and now I think everyone can draw. It wouldn't surprise me if some ancestor had figured it out, you know. Because if you, it's really, it's so intuitive. It's a part of me. I didn't learn how to do it. It just came out of me, right? Yeah, something like that. I like talking about consciousness and like where mind and matter and reality is and stuff like that. Because if consciousness is transcendental to body, then we live forever easy. If only bodies are the only things that have smarts, then, maybe I'm smarter than I think and that's it, right? But anyway, yeah, I don't try to convince people. Guys are my soldiers, women are my brides. That's how it is. That's how we stay alive, right? Winner takes all. Get as much as you can. I think that'd be a good change for. Yeah, I'm kind of on a Joker path right now. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, yeah, I learned how to paint. I painted first instead of drawing, and as soon as it clicked how to make illusion painting, then I just was like an expert. Yeah. Doing something incredibly well will be like you're not doing anything at all. Always. It's like when Jake Paul knocked out Tyrone Woodley. I bet he didn't even feel it. I bet it was like home run. I only had that once where I had like the baseball home run, you know what I mean? Where it like I had knocked it far, I had knocked it out of the park, but I never connected to the sweet, sweet spot of the bat. And I had that moment. It feels great. Yeah, all these times I had like a painful resistance to swinging. And then all of a sudden it launches and it's like I didn't do shit at all. Yeah. If you're gonna win, win totally. They call it like zeitgeist or like spirit. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's so cool. You know, my goal is not to make it look like a bloody mess. I want it to look like crisp and clear and flowing and uh, everything working together. So, yeah, I was enjoying yesterday the microcosm world where it's a lot of just great. They have new videography. People won Nobel Prizes for how they learned to film. And there's just a great new series on the microcosm of what we see, really what cells look like, and we're gonna have even better views later. You know, I think. To me, the face wall comes from the Hare Krishna story. Just the way there's a magic power supposedly a real incarnation of God has, is they can show you their cosmic body, which is a little, I imagine, like this, right? Like just like a lot going on. Yeah, it has a super zoomed out mode and then multiple modes going into like even there's some miniature action, etc. I think I could have always done this, and a part of me is like, man, I wish I did this at like 3 years old instead of anything else. But you know, it was my job to pick up a pen, right? How many times have I told others what to do, and all I had to do was pick up a pen and wave my arms around? Excuse me. I should have taken the log out of my own eye, you know what I mean? Yeah. Dennis could also do like the tattoo gun pulses. He could do like I do, like detail. I've seen it go so fast where, and again, this is like effortless, where I'm animating like multiple portraits at once, right? Magic. It is a little like magic. There's a mystical magic, yeah. I think because it's like a Hollywood movie, right? There's a supreme mysticism, there's a super magic in reality, but until the individual is ready to find it, it's like it doesn't exist. And then when you find it, suddenly you see all the doors to like magical people and magical events turn on, right? I mean, this took what, like minutes? I used to have every teacher in my life tried to convince me I was stupid. Everyone always defaulted with me thinking I was dumb. It was really insulting. I think it's because I'm big and I'm handsome and I'm like charismatic. They said, "Oh, he has to be stupid." No, I ain't stupid either. I'm a freaking. I'm a god. I gotta play that. Living Tombstone's fun. Makes me want to start a band. I'm gonna do that. You gotta think about like how it's seen at angles and stuff like that. Yeah. Oh my god. Like I'm worried about money. Shit, people are gonna be paying me. I ain't worried about money, but you know what I mean. Like I want stacks, diamonds. You know, bathtubs full of diamonds. That's what I want. Yeah, if I want to get paid big money, I gotta go show this off in L.A. Yeah. I believe in the power of prayer. Also, we're awesome. Like humans are freaking smart. Don't doubt. You know, somebody who doesn't perform high on an IQ test could just be depressed. He could just like not understand the mode of thought of the testers. Like, it's IQ is so isolated. It really is. Besides, if there's such a thing as transcendental superconsciousness, like the highest form of consciousness is emptiness and the source of all things, right? Then that would mean that everyone's that. Then it'd be like, who you trying to be better than? And then you get into snake world. I prefer a human species that doesn't eat other things. You know what I mean? If you guys can become self-energy generating and like become omnipotent energy beings, like why not make that the goal of humanity? Become blue fucking light beings and fly around and have magic powers. Oh yeah, this is dope. Dig it. Chucky, yeah, I never liked that movie. I don't watch things. I get scared easily. I just like somebody woke me up this morning. Do you need to pull out of here? And I was like, Nah, I'm on here on purpose. He's like, Oh, okay. And they drove off. Yeah. Especially now. Like, don't let serial killer documentaries scare you. America's free of serial killers because of satellite. They got 24/7 satellite surveillance. Yeah, since the 2000s, it's been basically anyone kills or anybody, they get caught immediately because they can just rewind the time frame and go, where'd they go? Who were they with? And it may take a little while to watch it, but they'll eventually be like, got in that car with that person who lives there, or whatever your slip up is. So yeah, that's why I'm out here. I sleep with everything open. I've got my keys in my ignition all the time. I've got money in the dash in case anybody needs any. You know, that money in the dash and the car unlocked and the keys and like the little bit of dirt I got and the art on the outside. People hook me up. People help me out. You know what I mean? Nobody bothers me. I was parking on the beach in LA for like 2 months and nobody said shit. If you got talent, if you're cool, everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. So the way to get talent is not to go, oh, my DNA or whatever. That's bullshit. Just pray. Be like, God, help me. Yeah, this is awesome. Yep. Yeah, this is about how I see it, where my head's at. I'm not the only artist who can do this. I understand. I do think of it as a spiritual power, but still, like, there's an element of myself in it. There's an element of discovery. There's an element of, like, really smart stuff, like ahead of the curve stuff going on. You'll see it and figure out what I'm talking about. But yeah, if this was a person, a client, I would, like, sit all around and there'd be a lot of touching. I mean, like, that's one of the things Dennis said was the best. Like, I also learned that when I was learning pickup. I just knew guys who were the best at talking to women I'd ever seen, right? And I asked them their secret, and they go, touch everybody. How do you get in? Just touch everybody. Everybody loves hugs. Go up, touch their arm, give them a hug, really like squeeze them and appreciate them, and you will literally like people literally will just cry and they like that. That's easy and comforting. You don't need to say anything. It's not an ideology. You know, it doesn't push a preference. It's just like, hi, human. It's very and that sort of stuff people love. Opens doors everywhere. It'll pull forgiveness out. It'll pull friendship in. It'll build bridges where there are none. It's a good thing, right? And it'll make your body immortal. You never touch anybody, that's when you get sick. Parents who don't know how to initiate contact with others can kind of starve their children, you know what I mean? There's a lot of kids who've grown up just completely like wandering in isolation. Passerby syndrome from Christianity, right? There's like all sorts of people who recommend that you uh, don't make any contacts with others. You know, Christianity is a genital mutilation cult. You know, it's been practicing in the world for 2,000 years, especially in America and stuff like that. And yeah, it's changed a lot of children's bodies, including my own. I'm kind of pissed off. I wish they wouldn't just take it upon themselves to alter baby dicks. You know, it's really fucked up because they don't give the kid any money. They don't even like give him a good prospect. They're just like, you're going to hell, and so you remember it and don't misuse that thing that cleans your dick off. Now it's not the head. If you've ever lost your head, they're not supposed to do that. If you've ever lost your head, you're gonna get millions. But the foreskin has a purpose, you know, and we can question and say God didn't say to write the Bible. In my age, I think right now, the right move is to say that God definitely did not write the Bible. That was, you know, uh, people can say and do whatever they want to, and it's yeah. It's just like, you know, a funnel spider can make a trap. Some animals can have a poison. A religion's a type of face hugger. It gets in on the kid, you get beaten, and you get genitally mutilated, and then they tell you they're going to do worse and take the rest, and you're going to hell unless you live to all their rules exactly as they are. And then they say words are in the beginning of time, and then they make you memorize the book. So you're being literally mentally assaulted by a book that's trying to take over your head, all for something that someone swears is going to happen that they can't really ever prove. Well, if human history goes to before Adam and Eve and there's no evidence of a great flood, that means it's a whole stinky hoax. That means that none of that's good. And I feel like I'm like one of the first people in history literally to wake up to that. I know others have, but it's clear as day to me that people are making a mistake with the thing, right? Yeah. This at the end, usually they become something like it looks like a full angel tapestry or something like that. It's pretty easy. Like the relationship between spontaneous action and also emptiness and form, sacred geometry. Yeah, look at sacred geometry. Draw the flower of life once. Like try some acid. You know, your brain gobbles that stuff up. I love it. I've been eating a lot of burritos. I love burritos. I gotta pee too. I'm like full bladder. Never complain. You know, if you're in a physical situation you don't like, tell yourself it doesn't bother you. Say I'm good with it, and it shall be so. Yeah. What I would do if this was like a tattoo client is I would do a big like meta stroke, like something like that through the middle right now. Oh yeah, I'm a master of or maybe you know my accompaniment is a master of flourish, right? It's like a ton of preamble, and then it all comes together at one time, and it's like it all appears, and you're like, whoa, yeah. I was searching my whole life for my talent. This is definitely it. I've never been as good at anything as I am about like abstract art like this, like next level, like right away. Should have done it sooner. Would have saved a lot of hard days. You know what I mean? Life can be hard. Life can be really hard. You want to find your way sooner rather than later. So I'd say ask for paranormal help. Ask like God to tell you what you're good at. Stuff like that. The Christians will say you have to hate the world. That's just so they can fucking control you. Christians are leash pullers. They use mind control and fucking misinformation to fucking control who you are. Oh yeah. I don't approve of it. Wasted my time. Never force. If your kid says he doesn't want to do anything, don't force him to do it. Don't force your kid. Don't force anybody ever to do something they don't want to do. Just rule life rule, life rule. Make everything better. You gotta consider like how it moves, how it's. It's a little dark. Yeah, I mean whites also show up really good. I don't tattoo yet. I need to practice. I need a gun. I need someone to give me a gun. Someone who has a cool one. I had a dude who had a bus offer me a gun once, but he looked around for it way too long. His girlfriend was hot. Oh my god, I hate that. I need a hot girlfriend in my life, but the truth is, here's the thing, guys. As soon as I have a stack of Benjamins, like a gigantic stack of money, every girl from high school I thought would never call me back will suddenly, they just will know. They'll like sense it. They'll be like, I can see you out. We won't have a problem. I'm actually filming right now just through the camera while I'm drawing. It's pretty fun. Dang, I'm so fucking good. Yeah. It partial as well. I mean, this would be good on the shoulder, back of the neck, back of the head. And like, yeah, it's great to anchor things. Let's say you want to do it. You do like a disc for the back of your head that's specific. Also, like affirmations. I can make anything out of any word matrix and even hide the words in it. You won't even see it. So, yeah, I'm a $1 billion painter. This is a skill. This is like a God-given gift for the purpose of connecting me with the world and people and giving away. I mean, this is value, right? Someone sees this on you, they're gonna feel like they just met someone important and cool. They're gonna be like, who does he know? Nephew director Pinky and the Brain, that's who you know. Yeah. I'm really cool. Clown mode, but I also got magic powers, you know what I mean? People who have it all have to be nice. Like the silverback's the nicest gorilla in the compound. He really is. They're not the meanest, they're the nicest. They're 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 the dad that protects everybody. They'll pull you along and help you out, and they're not bad at all. Being the biggest and the best has nothing to do with being mean. Nothing. Yeah, it's a little saturated now. I'm getting tired of it. See, I would give this away, but I wouldn't want to wear it because I would like, who wants to wear this the whole time? Like, I'm already ready to get rid of it. Let's get an upside down shot. Maybe the video is just too long, right? It's kind of cool. Oh, dang. Whew. You imagine me sitting through school with nothing to do, and then like slowly explaining things I understand at face value right away.